Hi, this is Ernie. I'm the guy who had 6,000 in his checking account to now having millions of dollars. Today, I want to talk about two different things, but both are somewhat interrelated. One is how to avoid having a huge car repair bills. Only because one of my former client was in auto insurance, and what I've saw and type of mistakes that people make was just incredibly costly. And two, how that actually is tied to investing. And I promise you that there is a relationship between these two. So bear with me, and you're gonna find this incredibly insightful. I'm sure you have seen this many times. There's a car coming, it's a two-lane road, and it has a blinker light as if it's gonna turn right. And there's a car waiting here, patiently waiting, and I was like, oh, he's gonna turn right. And then you decide to turn right, and of course, it gets hit by this car. What happens, whose fault is it when he turns right and gets hit by this car? The person responsible is actually the great car that is turning into the main road. Although this car had a blinking light on, that still is not a clear sign that you could actually turn right and go onto the main road. And a lot of scammers, they will use this tactic to intentionally get into an accident. And in that particular state, I think the insurance is like automatically $5,000 per passenger or driver. And that's what you have to pay, and you have to pay a huge amount of settlement. They're gonna say, something happened to their neck and spine and all kinds of things and try to milk it. And I used to investigate those companies. And that's how I know that if you are not patiently waiting until you have a clear sign that you could go, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. And why am I talking about this? One, mainly because I saw somebody get into one car accident because of exactly this. And two, I'm getting messages saying on Tuesday, I'm like, oh, stock price went down or stock price went up. It's above my striking price or below my striking price. What do I do? Rather than waiting, yes, there's a chance that it might get exercised. But waiting until Thursday or Friday, you spend money to buy back. And then on Friday, the price falls and you regret not being patiently waiting and spent that money and incur losses. And this is how people who are selling options, they lose money. There's no reason for you to lose money and no reason for you to buy back at a higher price. If it gets exercised, it gets exercised. And you just made money, especially when you're selling calls. If it's puts, you could roll down puts, your put options. And I have a bunch of videos that shows how to do it. 50 cents lower, dollar lower. You could continue to do it until the price goes up or until that contract completely expires. So not being patient is going to cost you money. And precisely this is what this book is talking about. And I know some of you guys read it, some of you guys borrowed it, bought it, but never read it. But please take time to read this one. That long-term view, being patient. And you just saw Warren Buffett hoarding cash, and all of a sudden, United Healthcare, whether that's the right investment or not, we'll find out. But he's waiting until he finds a value stock rather than being impatient and try to deploy money. Same thing. You have to be patient when it comes to options and investing. And there was another follower that says, my portfolio didn't move much. I'm like, how long has it been since you started investing? 1 week. 1 week in VOO, given that ETF is going to go up and down in a very short period of time, you might not see much. But if you look at it 6 months down the road, 3 months, or even like a year down the road, your portfolio is going to grow. So you just have to trust the system, trust the process, and continue to invest so that you will see your money grow. It's not going to happen overnight. I wish as soon as I buy something, it's going to skyrocket. That does not happen. Maybe once in a while, but very often that does not happen. This is why I always encourage everybody who's new to investing to get a copy, especially from the library. It's free. Don't buy this unless you want to buy it, or unless you're like, I want to have my own copy so I can read without being pressured to read within 2 weeks and have to return the book. Like, I understand, but you can also buy it with a group of friends so that you're not going to spend, $20 to buy a book. But I highly recommend this book so that you can start thinking about long term and have more patience when you're investing. I know it's getting late. I'm actually pooped because I went to play pickleball. I think 2.5 hours of pickleball with some friends, and my kids not cooperating. But anyway, I wanted to make sure that I delivered this message by today, because one, I saw that car accident earlier today. But yeah, hopefully this was useful. Hopefully you'll change your mindset about thinking long term rather than short term. Remember, investing is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And please try to get a copy and read so that you are well informed about how to make investments, not trade, investments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow, don't forget to like and repost. And if you have any questions, please comment. I'm really behind in my direct messages, and there are a lot of junk messages, a lot of scams, believe it or not. Yeah, a guy who copied my video, he's trying to scam me. How ridiculous is that? But anyway, yeah, if you have any questions, comment, and I'll respond to you within 24 hours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys either tomorrow or Friday. Bye.